Erica Bell, professional organizer, and here is the one thing you must do before you can get organized. Okay, you ready for it? What do you think it is? You're like, listen, lady, just get to the point. Okay, the one thing you must do before you can get organized is declutter. Okay, declutter, purge your things, go through them, get rid of things, whatever you want to call it, however you want to label it. We do not want to organize things we don't need. Things we don't need, things we don't love, things we don't want. Fill in the blank. We don't want to organize those things. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. It's a waste of space in your home. Most of us have, well, all of us actually, only have so much room in our houses, you know? So we only have so much room to store our items. So that's really vital space that we need. It's key real estate. So you don't want to hold on or house items that you don't need. So any space that you want to get organized, do you want to get organized in your kitchen? Then yes, that means you need to go through your kitchen gadgets, those thousands of tongs and whisks that you have. Make some decisions. Which ones do you need? Which ones do you not need? You can start by making separate bags, one for trash, one for donate, one for sell, if you want to do that. You know, a lot of times selling is just another thing that we have to do that maybe becomes overwhelming. So I don't always encourage people to sell things just because it's another step and it can be a burden. But I definitely encourage people to donate or gift to a friend. So go through your kitchen, go through all those items, those gadgets. We all have tools that we don't need, that we rarely use, and you probably don't need to hold on to it. Again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. I'm never going to force people to get rid of things that they love. I'm not here to do that. I don't want to do that. It's not necessary. So, but we want to make space in our homes for the things that we do love and that we do want to keep. Okay. So let me tell you another little kind of big thing. Clutter is simply postponed decisions. Okay, let me say it again. Clutter is nothing more than postponed decisions. So whether it's a decision you don't want to make or it's a decision you don't know how to make, that's all that clutter is. So if you look around in your house and evaluate the places in your home that have the most clutter, think about the decisions that you just didn't want to make. For example, most of my clients, or many of my clients, many people probably in general, they have lots of paper things. So let's take an office, for example. A lot of times we have old files from work, old taxes, old receipts, old junk mail, anything like that, that we probably just don't know what to do with. Or we've put it there because we'll deal with it at a later time. So it's that postponed decision that we have not come back to and made any kind of dent in. So taking those things and making those decisions. If it's a receipt, do we really need to keep it? If it's junk mail, trash it. I'll have other videos on how to deal with junk mail. I've got plenty of tips for that. But yeah, so that's what you're going to have to do before you can get organized. Again, with the paper, just making those decisions, forcing yourself to do that, because otherwise you're never going to be able to truly get or stay organized. Or you just won't have enough room to house all your items. Anyways, it is vital and it's so important. I don't really force people to do much, but this is a big one. Declutter, purge your items, go through them all. So then maybe you're saying, going back to the comments that I made about declutter is nothing more than postponed decisions. So sometimes we have a lot of things because they're emotionally difficult to get rid of. Maybe they're keepsakes. I am big on keeping keepsakes as well, but we've got to probably either limit the size of the container that they're going to be housed in so it doesn't so everything doesn't belong a keepsake, or become a keepsake. um or we just have to plan to go through that. So, excuse me, let me get more comfortable. All right, the things that are difficult for us to go through, maybe they are keepsakes, maybe they were hand me downs, maybe they were things from our childhood, things from a loved one who have passed away, or just simply things that maybe someone gave us. So I've got a couple little tidbits that you can think about when you're going through those things, because I absolutely understand that they're difficult to go through and get rid of. And maybe you say you don't want to get rid of any of them. That is okay. But again, we only have so much real estate in our home that we can store things. So as long as you're intentional about, which items you've gone through and which you're going to keep and not, that's okay by me. So, all right, some tips for going through these emotional items. So, one thing that I heard recently that I really liked was, okay, if one of those things, if red wine spilled on one of these things, how hard would you work to get the stain out? Would you be like, oh my gosh, thank goodness I can finally get rid of this piece of junk that I've just felt guilty for not getting rid of? Or would you scrub like hell to get it out? So that kind of puts things into perspective. Or another thing that I always like to say when I'm going through, say I'm going through my closet, this is a big one that I ask myself. Would someone else appreciate this more than I do right now? Simple. Would someone else appreciate it? And if my answer is yes, someone else would absolutely appreciate this more than me. Maybe this is a blouse that I wear once every 5 years and it's just pointless to be in my closet. Someone else would appreciate it more than I do right now, and I want them to have it. So I'm going to donate that and be free from it and create more space in my closet. So I know you're thinking that it's going to take a long time, that you're going to get frustrated doing this. You may have a lot of emotions that come up, but trust me, it is worth it. If you need help from someone, ask for help. Make it a party, make it a whole thing. Have a purge party. Whatever you want to do. But trust me, if you do this step before you get organized, it's going to make a world of difference. It's going to be so huge. So let me know, do you go through, your house routinely and purge things, declutter, get rid of things? Do you have a spring cleaning? You know, do you do anything like that? Let me know in the comments. Is it easy for you to do these things? Some people have such a joy of getting rid of things. And I go through phases. Some days I'm like, it's usually when I'm pissed off. It's usually when I'm mad that I'm like, I'm going to get rid of things. I'm going to purge things. And it's almost, it's just like a form of therapy or something. But other times, it is difficult. And you just have to kind of see when you're in the mood for it. But you have to make an effort to do it before you get organized. You really, truly do. So tell me again in the comments what things are easy for you to let go of, what things are hard for you to let go of. How do you feel about your clutter? Have you ever thought about doing this before you start to get organized? Or you can even do it as you're starting the organizational process. So you may plan to organize your living room. Say you pick a day this month to organize your living room, but leave time in the beginning that's going to allow you to go through those things, put them in those different donate, sell, trash, give, whatever piles, and make time to truly go through your things. Because you don't want to organize things that you don't want or don't need. You really don't. Don't do it. Don't do it. So just allow that. If you're, chunking it in with the organization process, just allow time for that in the beginning. And trust me, your space will feel better. You'll feel more kind of rejuvenated. You'll feel like you have a true inventory of your things, which is always nice. And that's a perfect way to start organizing, is by knowing really what you have and knowing that the items you do have are things that you want and need and like and all of that. So do it, give it a try, please. And let me know if you need any help. I'm always a resource. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my page for more organizing tips and tricks. And I look forward to chatting with you guys soon.